Right. Okay, so what I have told was, though there are so many things in your syllabus, most of the times what has been tested so far is how to prepare consolidated statement of financial position and consolidated profit and loss statement when there are two subsidiaries දෙකක් විතරක් තියෙද්දි කොහොමද අපි consolidated financial statements හදන්නේ? එතන financial position එකයි profit and loss statement එකයි. ඔය දෙක තමයි past papers වල බැලුවතින් පහුගිය අවුරුදු දෙක තුනේම ටෙස්ට් කරලා තියෙන ඔය area එකේ. හැබැයි when you look at our syllabus, there are so many things we need to discuss under complex consolidation, right? So there also you will notice that there are two group structures you would find. One is that vertical group structure. Subsidiaries දෙකක් තියෙදි vertical group structure තියෙන ගානක් අපිට එන්න පුළුවන්. That is what we have discussed during the last session. ඊයේ කතා කරේ ඒක. Right? Today what we plan to discuss is when the group structure is D-shaped, or in other terms, when there is a D-shaped group structure, how can we prepare consolidated statement of financial position, right? That is what I expect to discuss with example number 3. Right. So can you remember what is the first thing we need to do? අපි ඉස්සෙල්ලා මොකද කරේ? Consolidated sum එකක් තියෙද්දි. First we need to map these acquisition informations. මේ දීලා තියෙන acquisition informations අපි map කරගන්න ඕන. Right? See here, example number 3. Statement of financial position as at 31st December 2019 are as follows. Right? P limited, S limited, and T limited. Non-current assets given, investment values given, current asset figures given, equity components given, and liabilities are given. Right. Then it provides us the acquisition details, so acquisition information. Right? On 1st of April 2015, P has acquired 75% of S when S Limited's retained earnings stood at 1,000. Right? So we need to map these acquisition informations. මේ දෙන acquisition informations අපි map කරගන්න ඕන. නැත්නම් අපි summarize කරගන්න ඕන. Right? That is very crucial. Right? On 1st of April 2015, P is the acquirer, right? P is the acquirer, right? P has acquired 75% of S, 75% of S, right? ගානේ දීපු database එකෙන් තොරතුරු base කරගෙන මම මේ acquisition informations map කරගන්න යන්නේ, right? 2015 අප්‍රේල් 1 වෙනිදා P කියන company එක S කියන company එකේ 75% invest කරලා තියෙනවා, right? So S is a subsidiary for P, right? So these are the other three things we should know. What is the investment amount? What is the net assets amount as at the acquisition date? And what should be the NCI value? Right? Can anyone tell me what is the investment value? මේ 175ක් acquire කරගන්නේ කීයක් invest කරලාද? කොහොමද බලා ගන්න පුළුවන්?
6,000.
It is in our balance sheet, right? Investment in S. Investment in S by P Limited is 6,000 rupees. 6,000. Right. In this sum, what are the net assets components? Or in other terms, equity components. Net assets yes, assets minus liabilities, right?
Liability.
So asset වලින් liabilities ගියාට පස්සේ ඉතුරු වෙන්නේ අපිට equity components ටික. මේ ගානේ අපිට තියෙන equity components මොනවද? One is
Stated capital, retained earnings.
One is stated capital.
Stated capital,
Right. And the other one is retained
retained earnings.
earnings. Right. ගානේ මොකද්ද කියන්නේ? When S Limited's retained earnings stood at 1,000, මේ acquire කරගන්න දවසේ S Limited අපේ acquiree ගේ retained earnings amount එක stood at 1000. acquire
1000.
කරගන්න දවසේ 1000 retained earnings තිබිලා තියෙනවා. Stated capital ගැන වෙන මොකුත් කියන්නේ නැහැ. So we assume, right, as at 1st of April 2015 was 15 also, there is this 2000 balance. මෙන්න මේ අපේ balance sheet date එකට පෙන්නන 2000 ම S limited වල අපි acquire කරගන්න දවසේ තිබ්බ කියලා අපිට assume කරන්න වෙනවා. Right? 2000. Right. So what is the name we have given for the sum of this? අපි මෙයාට නමක් කිව්වා. මොකද්ද? 2000 plus 1000 fair value of net identifiable assets. The amount is 3000. Right? Okay. That is from the first acquisition details, right? NCI again we need to find, we will find it later, right? Okay, then next point, what it says. On 1st of April 2016, right? On 1st of April 2016, S acquired 20%. S කියලා කියන්නේ අපි දැන්ටම subsidiary එකක්. S has acquired 20% in T, right? S acquired 20% and P acquired 40%. P නැත්නම් අපි කෙලින්ම T වල ඉන්වෙස්ට් කරනවා 40%. In T, when T Limited's retained earnings stood at 600, right? Again, on 1st of April 2016, when these acquisitions happened, right, the retained earning amount of T Limited is 600. Retained earnings amount 600. Right. The stated capital amount is what? මේ acquisition එක වෙන දවසේ T Limited के stated capital amount එක කීයද?
1000.
This 1000, right? It should be 1000. Stated capital amount. 1000. Therefore, what? Our fair value of net identifiable assets, right? Fair value of net
1600.
identifiable assets should be 1600.
1600.
1600, right? So here we need to know the investment values as well. In terms of T, two companies have invested. One is us. P company has invested in T. What is the investment amount? අපි කීයක්? අපි මෙන්න මේ කියන 140 ගන්න 140 interest එක ගන්න අපි කීයක් invest කරනවද? See,
1600.
investment in T by P Limited is worth what? How many? How much?
1200.
1200. To acquire this 20%, how much does the S Limited invest on T?
800.
Right? It is this.
It's 800.
Investment in T by S Limited, it is 800.
800.
Now tell me whether T is a subsidiary for us. T කියලා කියන්නේ අපිට subsidiary එකක්ද? Right?
No.
Right. I'll keep that for a moment. Right. Okay. So these are the two acquisition details which we have given in the example. So we have mapped those things. Right. කවද්ද කවුරු කාවද කොච්චර percentage එකක්ද investment එක කීයද acquire කරගන්න දවසේ net assets ඔය කියන company එක නැත්නම් acquiree ගේ කොහොමද තිබ්බේ. Right. In order to determine NCI values, we should have an understanding about the group structure, right? You can see it is not like what we have discussed yesterday, right? Or with the last session. අපි ගිය session එකේ කතා කරපු structure එක නෙවෙයි. This is what we call the D-shaped group structure, right? See here, P has invested in S. What is the percentage? What is the percentage?
75%.
75%, right? Api, we are the company P. What is the percentage we have invested on T? Or what is the percentage we have acquired from T?
40%.
Right? P has acquired 40% in T. Right? We have acquired 40% in T. Right? Ape S කියන subsidiary එක T කියන company එකේ invest කරලා තියෙනවා කීයද? What is the percentage? Acquisition percentage එක කීයද? It is
20.
20%. Right. Now by looking at this group structure, we can directly identify that what? S is a subsidiary for us. Why? We have acquired more than 50%. Therefore,
So
we can control the company S. Therefore, S is a subsidiary for us. I need to know whether T is a subsidiary for us.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Whether T is a subsidiary for us. T is subsidiary එකක්ද නැද්ද? Or whether it is an associate. Associate එකක්ද? What we know so far is what? If we have acquired the ordinary shares in between range of 20% to 50%, it should be an associate for us. ඒක තමයි අපි කරන් ඉන්නේ.
Yeah.
So here, if we have completely ignored this one, ඔන්න ඔය කියන කතන්දරේ අපි ignore කරා නම් ST ගේ invest කරේ නෑ කියලා අපි assume කරොත් yes, T is an associate for us.
Associate for yeah.
It is there. But S also has invested in T 20%. එහෙනම් මමයි කියන්නේ P කියන company එකයි අපේ subsidiary එකයි එකතු වෙලා මෙයාගේ 100ට කීයක් control කරන්න පුළුවන්ද? The combined effect is what? 60%. It is
60.
more than 50%. So
50.
it means that we can control T ultimately, right? අපිට 140ක interest එකක් තියෙනවා. S ට 120ක interest එකක් තියෙනවා. එහෙනම් අපිටයි අපේ subsidiary එකටයි දෙකටම එකතු වෙලා 160ක් මෙයාගේ control කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා කියන්නේ. අපිට T කියන company එකේ control එක තියෙනවා. It means
Yeah.
T is also a subsidiary for us. T කියලා කියන්නේ අපිට subsidiary එකක්.
Subsidiary.
So here, then what we need to do is we need to determine the effective holding percentages and NCI percentages. Right. In terms of S limited, what is the effective holding percentage? අපි effectively කොච්චර percentage එකක් control කරනවද S කියන company එකේ? What is the percentage? 75%.
Percentage.
It means the NCI percentage of S limited should be 25%. S limited again NCI percentage 25%. What about T limited? What is the effective holding percentage? How can we calculate that?
We have to add the 60%, not 60%. They are
Right?
20% and 40% add then.
Total
We have to
60%.
multiply by 75%.
Sorry? 40% into 75%. Is that what you mean?
Total 60%.
Right. Here, if you look at T, අපි මේ accounts කියන්නේ අපි කවුරු කියලා හිතාගෙනද? We are the P limited group. අපි මෙන්න මේ company එකේ accountant. So we are going to account for P limited group, right? Combining our two subsidiaries S and T. A perspective එකෙන් බැලුවොත් අපි directly T limited වල කීයක් invest කරලා තියෙනවද? We have directly invested 40% in T, right? And again, through S අපි කෙලින්ම 140ක් invest කරලා තියෙනවා. S හරහා invest කරලා තියෙන amount එක හොයාගන්න ඕන. Through S, how much we have invested? What is the percentage we have invested through S in T company?
20%.
75%
75
Into
into
20%.
20%.
20.
Right? Right. It means what should be the effective hold in percentage? 75% into 20%. It is from here we will get 15%. 15% plus this 40%, it will be 55%.
5%.
Effective hold in percentage, 55% means NCI percentage should be what?
45%.
5%. Right. Okay. Now we can determine the NCI values. NCI, I told you there are two bases. One is the proportionate basis, the other one is fair value basis. So here we have to make the use of proportionate basis. So there are net assets worth of 3,000 of S Limited as at the acquisition date. Right? The NCI percentage of S Limited is 25%. 3,000 into 25%. What is the amount? Here, it should be 750. Right? Right. That is the NCI value of S. Right. In terms of T, what should be the NCI value? Acquire karaganna dawase fair value of net identifiable assets of T Limited is 1,600. That we need to multiply by what?
45.
45%. Right? 1,600 into 45%. It should be 720. Right? So we have mapped all these and we need to prepare the consolidated statement of financial position as at 31st December 2019. Right. අපේ map එක දැන් complete. ඇයි? දවස දන්නවා, කවුරු කාවද කියලා දන්නවා, percentage එක දන්නවා, investment value එක දන්නවා, net assets දන්නවා, and we have already found the NCI values as well. Right? ඊට පස්සේ මොකද්ද කරේ? After mapping these acquisition information and after having these effective holding percentages and NCI percentages, what is the next thing we have done? Then the next step was we need to do the line by line addition for assets and liabilities, right? Okay. So non-current assets, in terms of P Limited, there are non-current assets worth of 12,000, S Limited 6,000, and T Limited 4,000, altogether 22,000. Investment values will be nil ultimately. Current assets, right? Current assets 800 plus 500 plus 1,700. Stated capital, retained earnings, those are equity components. In CI, we can take it using our working liabilities, line by line addition. 4,000 in P, 2,800 in T, and 3,700 in, 2,800 in S and 3,700 in T. Altogether 10,500. Right. Then we can move to our workings. Right? It was a workings the main working. Right. For that we will need this mapped information. අපි map කරගත්ත informations base කරන් තමයි අපි working එක අපි build up කරන්නේ. Right. Can you remember how to calculate the goodwill? Three things, three components. What?
Investment.
Right. Investment, NCI minus net assets.
Net assets.
Right. So there are two acquisitions. One is the acquisition of S. So investment in S. The amount is what?
6,000.
6,000. Then for that we need to add the NCI value or the non-controlling interest of S. That is we have already found 750. and we need to deduct the net asset amount. The net asset amount of S. We need to deduct the value 3000. So it means through the acquisition of S, we have generated a goodwill of 3750,
50.
right? S acquire කරගන්න නිසා අපිට 3750ක නැත්නම් අපේ group එකට 3750ක goodwill එකක් generate වෙලා තියෙනවා. Right. Then we need to move for the second acquisition, right? T acquire කරගන්න informations වලට අපි යනවා. Right. Same as the previous investment in T. හැබැයි මෙතනදි කතාව වෙනස්. ඇයි? T වල invest කරනවා companies කීයක්ද?
දෙකක්.
අපිත් invest කරනවා. අපේ subsidiary එකත් invest කරනවා. So investment in T by P. P means us. What is the investment amount? අපි කීයක් invest කරනවද? So you can have it this from this map, from this graph.
40%.
No, I want the amount here. අපි amount එක මේ working එක consider කරන්නේ 1200, right?
200.
This amount we have invested in T amount worth of 1200,
200.
right? Then අපි විතරක් නෙවෙයි අපේ subsidiary එක S Limited is also
S Limited.
has an investment on T. What is the amount there?
Yeah.
800, right?
800.
But we account for these for P Limited group. S 800ක් invest කරනවා කියලා කියන්නේ අපි 800ක් invest කරනවා සමාන වෙන්නේ නැහැ. S 800ක් invest කරනවා නම් ඒ කියන්නේ අපි කීයක් invest
800
කරනවා
to
හා සමානද?
75%.
75%.
75%.
800 to 75%.
800 into 75%. It is
5%.
600. So we need to debit the cost of control account and we need to debit the rest of the 200 to our
200.
NCI account of
NCFS. Yes.
right? Okay, so this is something differs with the previous discussion. කලින් කතා කර එකට වඩා වෙනස් වෙච්ච තැනක් තමයි මේ, right? Because there are two companies invest on T, right? Others do not change. What? NCI value of T. What is the amount?
720.
720.
120.
720 NCI value of T.
120.
And from that we need to deduct the net asset amount of T Limited. The net asset amount is 1600.
1600.
It
600.
means there is a goodwill of 920 generated through the acquisition of T. T acquire කරගන්න එකෙන් 920ක goodwill එකක් generate වෙලා තියෙනවා.
Channel.
Right. Okay. Then what was the next thing? ඊට පස්සේ
Return
මොකද
name.
කරේ?
Return
What was
name.
the
Acquisitions.
then we need to move for the post acquisition profits since there are no other adjustments. තව adjustments මුකුත් නැති නිසා අපි යනවා post acquisition profits accounts තියන්න, right? So post acquisition profits, retained earnings of S. S Limited අපි acquire කරගත්තට පස්සේ we need to know how much of a profit they have earned. Acquire කරගත්තට පස්සේ යාලා කොච්චර profit හොයලාද කියලා අපි දැනගන්න ඕන. Right.
Acquisition.
Balance sheet date. As at the balance sheet date, what is the retained earnings amount of S?
2500.
2500.
2500.
500.
As at the acquisition date, what was the amount?
1000.
1000.
1000. Right. It means after the
1500.
acquisition, they have generated the profit worth of
1500.
1500.
500.
ඔය අපි acquire කරගත්තට පස්සේ generate කරපු මෙන්න මේ 1500න් අපිට කොච්චර percentage එකක් අයිතිද?
75%.
75%.
75%. It means 1125. Rest of the 25% අපි මොන column එකටද දාන්න යන්නේ?
NCI.
NCAA of
NCI
S.
of S, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay, then we have another subsidiary that is T Limited. So for T limited also, we need to calculate the post-acquisition profits. So as you can see in this balance sheet, the retained earnings as at 31st December 2019 is 1,000.
1,000.
And as at the acquisition date, there was a profit of, so there was a
600.
retained earnings amount of
600.
600. It means they
600.
have
Profit generated after the acquisition is 400.
400. Right. ඔය 400 වලින් what is our effective holding percentage? අපි token කීයක් control කරන්න පුළුවන්ද? අපි නැත්නම් අපි token කීයක් accounts තියාගන්න පුළුවන්ද?
55%.
55%.
55%.
5%.
220. Rest of the 45% should be in which column?
NCI.
NCI of T.
NCI of T.
T.
Right?
T.
Out of this 400, 45% belongs to NCI of T.
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 Right. Then what was the other thing we have done? Since there are no any other adjustments, we need to consider the
Retained earning of P.
retained
Earning
earnings of
P.
our company.
P means our parent company.
Parent
What is the amount I should consider here?
I can
Amount